Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guest. On May 14th, 2011, I had the privilege of being elected Lieutenant Governor of Marketing for District 37. District 37, some of you may know, others may not, is the entire state of North Carolina. I feel honored and privileged to do this. People put their trust in my ability to do it. But it was a long journey from 10 months since I met with several district members at a restaurant in Hickory in July. They told me what I needed to do. I called some people around the district. They said, you need to do two things. You need to go to the area and division contest in the spring and visit clubs. During the last couple of months, I've been in 19 area and division contests throughout the district and over 40 clubs throughout the district that I visited. I want to tell you my experiences with the area and division contest, and then I want to tell you about what I learned from the clubs. I want to give us a couple of ideas that I would like the club to experiment, but it'll be up to the club. Area and division contest. They can be pretty extensive. Most of the speeches had to do with the fact about a personal experience. Somebody had overcome something. Somebody was down. They were out. And the story was inspirational how they come out and they accomplish their goals. That's what most of the international speeches are about. One of them stood out in particular on April 16th in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Division B. A woman from the VIP Club. Anybody know what VIP stands for?
Very important person. Very important person.
Okay, that's good, but for this instance, it's visually impaired person. That's a club in Winston-Salem, works for the Industries for the Blind. She got up there and she's ready to give her speech. There's a difference. She couldn't read the lights, so what do? We had a buzzer. For 5 minutes, the buzzer rang once, 6 minutes, twice, 7 minutes, 3 times. It's the first time I've ever had that in a competition. It's interesting. She got up there to speak. She told the audience to close their eyes. She's telling the story of a 16-year-old girl laying in bed, getting ready to wake up in the morning. She told us to open her eyes. She said, each of you could see, but when I was 16 years old, I couldn't see. That's when I lost my eyesight. She was telling the story. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I had tears in my eyes. It was great. Then by the end of the speech, she had us smiling because she overcame that. She didn't focus on the one sense that she lost. She focused on the other ones that she had, and she developed. She developed into a great speaker, a great motivational speaker. It's a great speech when you're crying at the beginning and then you're smiling at the end. That's a powerful speech. She finished second in the competition. The lady who won it gave a great speech as well. It was a great competition. But the one I remember the most was a woman from the VIP Club. I've been to area contests, only had one member, one participant in each contest, the table topics and the international speech. We still had to do it. Well, if they went over on time, well, they disqualified. It doesn't matter if they're the only one or not. So we still had to have it. That was interesting. All the contests were great. A tremendous honor for people to compete in contests, to get up there and speak in front of others and tell about a personal story. It's heart-wrenching. I want to tell you about some clubs I went to. There's 2 things you learn when you visit clubs. How many people have visited another club? Raise your hand. Okay. There's 2 things you learn. Number 1, there's interesting ways of people doing things. It might be interesting for our club to try that. The second, Our club actually does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Exactly right. I've been all over. I've been to locations. I've been to 6 or 7 living retirement homes. Apparently, there must be a thing about having retirement homes. I've met Saturday mornings. I was in Kannapolis at an 8:30 gold mine meeting. Then I drove to Greensboro to go to the Blue Moon Advance Club. I attended 3 meetings in one day. I even did 4 meetings in one day. It started at 7 o'clock on a Monday morning. Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you imagine say, hey, start at 7 o'clock in the morning. And actually, y'all guys meet on Saturdays? Several clubs meet on Saturdays. There's even a club that meets on Friday nights at 6 o'clock in the evening. Oh, can you imagine that? So a couple things I learned. Number one, I went to the Triad Club in Greensboro. They had a role that I've never seen before. It's called the listener. At the end of the day, before the business meeting ends, somebody gets up and they ask 4 questions about the speeches today. They ask specific questions. It can be about the prepared speeches, the table topics, or anything. For example, someone during Laura's speech, tell us what the method that she uses. What did she describe? Anybody? Very good. How many clubs have I attended in the last couple months?
40.
How many area and division contests have I been to?
19.
Very good. You guys were listening. That's what the listener does. It guarantees that people are listening to their speeches and they ask questions at the end of the meeting. Thought that was interesting. There's been interesting things that I learned in other clubs. As I said, I'm real pleased. It was a great experience. It's probably the most fun part of the campaign trail is visiting other clubs. I helped out. I was an evaluator. I answered table topics for each contest or each visit I had. So it's amazing what you learn. I suggest anybody go visit another club and you'll learn something new and you'll realize, hey, Blue Ridge Toastmasters does pretty well. Matt, I'm Toastmaster.